The tourist capital of Montego Bay play host to a super Saturday of football as rural era titles in Jamaica schoolboy football will be decided today, and the battle between the parishes of St. Elizabeth and Clarendon takes centre stage once again to decide another rural era trophy. One school has won the Ben Francis Cup the East, while the other enters its first schoolboy football final, and so we welcome BB Cook High to their biggest stage against Garvey Maceo High, seeking their second hold on this trophy. 30 degrees Celsius, it's really warm here in Montego Bay, and there's a slight breeze just to help out with the conditions here as the crowd continues to make its way in for a packed afternoon and evening of football. Wherever you're watching from all over the world, just to highlight to you that this is what they're playing for, the Ben Francis Cup. Thank you for joining our coverage here on the Home of Champions. My name is Donald Oliver. With me is Dwight Jeremiah, and we are expecting a humdinger of a game between these two teams, eager to prove a point, eager to make a mark on the field of play. Both schools came into existence in the post-independence era, and they hope to build their own legacy and make more of a mark in schoolboy football. And what a time to make their mark and to set the stage. These two teams doing battle here, Dwight Jeremiah.
Well, these two teams are two exciting teams to watch. We saw them in the semi-finals, and quick starters to game. Both these two teams like to play on the offensive most of the time, and I expect that to continue today with these two teams going at each other. They would have known each other quite well, as was mentioned by both coaches in their pre-game interviews. So not much secrets, they say. So when you have that, you get two teams going at each other. Exciting game we're expecting here today.
BB Cook in their traditional red and cream, and they'll be meeting the greeting party led by the ISSA president, Keith Wellington.
The greeting party, President of ISSA, Keith Wellington, Digicels, Kimberly Campbell, Marketing Executive, Waters, Stephanie Simmons, Brand Manager, Freshes, Carisha Ferguson, Brown, Marketing Coordinator, and from Kirk Distributors, Mr. Patrick Sanders, who's Product Manager. Let's hear it for them, ladies and gentlemen.
And we'll pause for the playing of the national anthem.
Also meeting is Andre Roper, who is representing...
Well, there's no national anthem for the first game, so the teams will meet each other, and we'll just get a glimpse of their starting lineups in just a little while. But Garvey Maceo in their yellow and white, BB Cook in their red and cream. They said traditional colors, but not quite. Their traditional colors are green. But usually they play their football, especially in recent times, in the red that we see here this afternoon. Christopher Mason will be in charge of this encounter, and he'll be assisted by Cleon Ferren and Shavara Dons. Fourth official is Akima Brown.
Remember, teams, you're supposed to do your team pictures. Team pictures.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup for BB Cook. Shavar Foster in goal. There's a four-man back line of Shamor Ford, Nicoy Witter, Jermaine Pusey, and Dwight Neville. In the middle of the park, two holding midfielders in Raheem Brown and Daniel Whiteley. Christopher Nelson, Shamar Robinson, and Keman Case complete the midfield lineup. Up front is Jason Dyer with 19 goals this season, Dwight.
Yes, and with them, you see them playing the 4-5-1 system. Don't be fooled by thinking it's a defensive formation. They do commit a lot of players in attack when they do go forward, this BB Cook team.
Garvey Maceo, they're lining up for their team photo. They'll be in a more traditional 4-3-3 formation. Akil Benjamin is in goal. In front of him, Rashane Brooks, Tavon Richards, Kyle Shimeon, Sherwayne Thomas make up the back line. In the middle of the park, Barrington Blake, Jermaine Muirhead, the captain, of course, and Marvin Williams. Up top, Kimani Silvera, Cleo Clark, and of course Gregory Cousins back to full fitness as their striker.
Their formation, the most popular in schoolboy football this season, 4-3-3, and with that they will match BB Cook in the middle of the park with their three central midfielders is on those wide areas where they will have Cleo Clark and Silvera having to track back.
So BB Cook, well, they are in their first final, right? And they're just having the final meeting of minds before kickoff. And referee Mason just being a little bit lenient with them. Of course, knowing their situation in particular, and being in Montego Bay, gracing this final, wanting to do well as well. And they'll be playing with some amount of expectation, obviously, based on the fact that they are here. But I'm not sure if a lot of pressure will be on their shoulders. They just want to enjoy the experience and see what comes of it.
Well, as their coach Kemar Ricketts said earlier, it's a win-win situation for them. If they were to go on and win it, as obviously that would be a big win for them, but the fact that the school and these boys are experiencing a big occasion like this for the first time, it's definitely a good thing for the school and for these boys going forward.
Garvey Maceo will get us off here for this Ben Francis Cup final here at the Montego Bay Sports Complex in Catherine Hall. And already they have committed so many players forward. Garvey Maceo. I would love to see how BB Cook respond to the possession that Garvey Maceo intend to have in the opening stages of this one. I'm sure there are nerves there for BB Cook in particular. And they try to get an attack going, and they're trying to commit players forward as well. That's a good move by Shamar Robinson, who fires that one across goal. And it goes all the way across to the far side for a throw into Garvey Maceo, but he was looking for a teammate to run on the end of that one. Akil Benjamin was wondering where his teammates were as far as his defenders were concerned inside the area. None forthcoming. As we take a look at the replay, that was good work from Shamar Robinson.
That's good work, and that's not showing any sign of nerves there.
Nope.
Confidence run into the box and getting his shot off. It's wide of the target, but that will remind Garvey Maceo that they cannot just commit players forward willingly.
Kimani Silvera couldn't quite keep that one in play.
But we did see Garvey Maceo in the semi-finals against St. Elizabeth Technical. They did have a very quick start in that game. They're known for that.
Muirhead. Over the head of Showain Thomas. BB Cook, they have more goals in their locker this season. Quite a few goals, in fact. Although Garvey Maceo, they have goals from all around the park.
Yeah, BB Cook themselves do have goals all over the park. It's just the fact that Dyer has bagged the bulk of their goals with 19, but they do have players all over the park here that does score for them as well.
Robinson with a nice back heel there, working with Whiteley. Whiteley trying to win it back and committing the foul there. Of course, Merrin Gordon would have won this title, the Ben Francis Cup, with Lennon quite a few years ago. It was in 2016.
He would want to add more to it. And the coaching department business here don't want to go so long without winning. 3 years is a long time.
Merton Gordon believes that this would be an impetus if his team wins the Ben Francis Cup this year, an impetus for next season. A majority of the players coming back next year, and if he can manage to keep a hold on them, I think he'd go further, and he believes that his team can go much further than they did this year. And the fact that they were able to make a final speaks volumes as well.
Always good for your team to get to this stage of competition into finals. Always a good experience in these pressure games. A lot different from your regular season game when not much pressure on you, not much on the line. These one-off games with a title on the line does come with some pressure.
Of course, Garvey Maceo, in my opinion, was a part of one of the best games this season that we saw against Manchester High at Manchester High. They came from behind to beat that school, although they just missed out on a place in the semis of the DaCosta Cup, despite scoring that victory which they needed. Cornell College was doing a job themselves. Here's Garvey Maceo with the free kick, and it's wide of the mark.
As you see that one sailing wide, not going to, at any point in time, trouble Foster in goal. But yeah, they're a good team, Garvey Maceo. They also play to the final whistle day in that game that you mentioned against Manchester. A couple of times you felt they were out of it, but push right to the end.
Here they are coming forward. That's a lovely ball. Needs a good ball inside the area, and he went down too easily, in my opinion. Was asking the question of referee Mason to see what he could get from it. And there's a stoppage in play. Garvey Maceo players down. But there's a play once again. And Muirhead tried to set up Clear Clark once more. And he just went down. There was a little bit of contact there, but nothing that warranted him falling like that. Barrington Blake appears to be okay now.
Would be okay, but even on the play with Muirhead, I felt that Silvera was in a better position had he gone to play the ball across the goal.
Blake played the ball but injured himself, I believe, on that occasion. Well, that's certainly calm under pressure.
That's what you want from your defenders. Not too much panic in there. It's being calm, and if it's possible to play to a teammate and not just hack it out, always a good.
Raheem Brown. Garvey Maceo will try and come forward through Silvera. Is he offside? Yes, he is. Gregory Cousins just couldn't time his run on that occasion. Felt the outside call was coming.
As we look at it here, just drifting, leaning into an offside position. And the BB Coke defenders will be mindful that he's a dangerous player for them, Cousins. He has scored 6 goals so far this season for Garvey Maceo, so BB Coke defenders won't want to give him too much room.
Silvera does well. Looking for the options. Oh, nice move inside, and tries to lay it at the feet of Cousins once again. Didn't work out on that occasion. Blake trying to switch the play. And he had a lot of work to do. Cleo Clark couldn't keep it in.
A good forward movement from Garvey Maceo, really. Good slick pass in there, just a final pass. It just didn't reach its intended target, but looking good so far from Garvey Maceo.
Well, they're dominating possession, aren't they? He held his line. The keeper has come out, though, and will make the clearance. Garvey Maceo trying to press and make their mark, because this one is played across to this near side. And BB Cook, again, not panicking, but they are giving up the ball too easily. Thomas plays it inside, looking for Muirhead, whose first touch wasn't the best. And so it goes the other way. And the Dyer picks it up. Continues his run. Gets the return ball. Jason Dyer. And Garvey Maceo will get it back. Too much on it on that occasion for Gregory Cousins.
And that occasion there we saw too Dyer having to come deep to get a hold of the football. He's the point man for BB Cook, and just because of the possession and the transition not getting to him, he drops into the midfield to pick the ball up. And he has 5 assists to his name this season as well, so he's one who can link the play up. Dyer.
Christopher Nelson trying to thread that through. BB Cook will try again through Nelson, their number 7, who cuts inside, gets the return ball, and takes a tame shot towards goal, and no problems there for Akil Benjamin.
Yes, this is one of the rare occasions in this game so far that we see BB Cook in that final third looking to put passes together.
Nice pace to the start of this one as Muirhead tries to play that one inside the area. Looking to regain the possession. I know it's being fouled all the time, Gregory Cousins. It's a free kick to Garvey Maceo in an interesting position, I reckon. Cousins will be thinking about making an effort from there. Mern Gordon also thinking about the possibilities here with this free kick.
Not a bad position at this free kick.
BB Cook will be mindful here to set up the wall precisely. It's the Garvey Maceo captain who is behind this one. Muirhead straight into the wall. Did its job, didn't it? Jason Dyer tries to run out with it. Garvey Maceo, they get it back. Claire Clark trying to win that header. And then the second attempt inside the box is cleared by Nicoy Witter. Dyer collecting that one deep, pumps it forward. It's a chance here for BB Cook. But no problems at the back there for Kyle Chamiu, and he's capable at the back for Garvey Maceo.
It's good work there from the defender, just tracked back and got his body between the man on the ball. And
it's Rashane Brooks actually who came across there, yeah.
Good defending there from Brooks.
Playing the ball horizontally and backwards at the moment, BB Cook, as they try to make that extra yard of space. Let's see what they can do now as they try and progress forward into the attacking third. It's a long ball played over to the left-hand side. As he's working hard to retrieve this one, Daniel Whiteley, before losing it out to Claire Clark. Long ball, looking for Cousins. This may prove to be difficult, but the keeper had his eye on the defender and then collected it right on the edge of the box with Shavar Foster.
BB Cook playing on, but they have a player down.
Dyer trying to get there, and it's put into touch. It's going to be a throw into BB Cook, and the attention now will be given.
But what we're seeing from this Garvey Maceo team, you spoke earlier, Donald, about BB Cook passing the ball but going sideways, not so much penetrative passes. But what BB Cook is doing, as you see treatment here being administered to the BB Cook player, what Garvey Maceo is doing is in there without the football. They're a 4-3-3, looks like a 4-5-1, and leave one player up, and the two wide strikers, they get back into midfield. And so making it difficult there for BB Cook to find those passing lanes. They're blocking those passing lanes, Garvey Maceo. Trying to make it as difficult as possible to be penetrated without the football.
In the attacking third with this throw-in. That's a lovely looking ball that's headed away. And Garvey Maceo now, they didn't capitalize on that apparent advantage there. And Dwight Nephew was fouled, and he wins a free kick for BB Cook. But Silvera needed a better touch on that occasion to progress forward. Garvey Maceo. Free kick coming in from Witter, and too much on it.
He never gave his players who committed in the box any chance with that free kick to get his passing range.
Not a lot of width on the pass.
Not too much.
Well, he has some good speed there. That wasn't a bad pass inside the area. And still a chance for BB Cook. He can try the shot from distance. And it goes high. He was always leaning back, wasn't he? So it was only going to go over the top on that occasion. But again, Garvey Maceo giving it up cheaply at the back. Tavan Richards, a culprit on that occasion. And it's good that they had numbers inside the area, but the pass needs to have been better. And of course, the resulting effort.
But BB Cook also showing good aggression in that final third there, quickest to the ball.
Here they are again in the attacking third, and shot is wide of the mark on this occasion. Chances are coming more and more, this time through Kimani Case,
and
who has 6 goals so far this season.
And a live wire. We saw him in the semi-finals against Manchester. He had a man of the match performance on the day, scored a good free kick on the day, beautiful free kick on the day. And he's one of the players who, when BB Cook goes forward, a lot goes through him. And always overflowing with good ideas, Case.
Muirhead tripped by Whiteley. Ball played inside, looking for Kimani Silvera. Silvera trying to win it, and he will. Now he's looking for the support. You'll look up and see 2 players inside the box. Needs a good delivery at the back post. It sent it away. Muirhead. And it almost trickled through to Cousins there. Thomas. And Garvey Maceo, they lose out, and BB Cook, can they capitalize now? Oh, that's a vital interception there. Because BB Cook, they were coming forward in numbers.
Again, it was that player Case who was driving forward, looking to drive through the heart of the Garvey Maceo defense there. And look here to see, it's a good, beautiful tackle. Timed it to perfection.
Had to stop him anyway, anyhow. Kimani Case, as I said, he's a live wire.
BB Cook will realize, based on the fact that Garvey Maceo tend to get a lot of players behind the ball when they're out of possession, when they do commit players forward, Garvey Maceo and BB Cook retain possession, that's when they're going to have to play the counter-attacking game. Transition must be quick.
Whiteley does well, finds Kimani Case. Case sends it wide to Christopher Nelson. Nelson goes long to the edge of the box. Dyer sends it out wide. He's looking for Shamar Robinson, wasn't he? Previous attack, BB Cook had the numbers going forward, and went free to his left, making that run. And I think that looked to have been Robinson over there.
It was Dyer who broke to his right, and just at the time, just before the interception came in, he could have just slid that pass to him.
Here's a free kick for BB Cook. That's not a bad delivery inside the area. And Garvey Maceo again having difficulty to get out of their own half. They've given up the ball loosely on quite quite a few occasions so far in the first 80 minutes of play.
Most of the times that they've come under pressure or having to defend an attack from BB Cook, they've been the architect of their own downfall.
That was a vital interception. Da. Was there a handled ball there? Yep, there was from Da.
In this opening 19 minutes of play, most definitely though, we've seen a few goal-mouth activities. It is indeed a tactical battle between these two teams.
Oh, he wins it luckily. And tried to get the ball inside the box, Marvin Williams. He'll have another opportunity to do so as he heads to the byline. Gets the corner kick though. Nephew is down.
I think he would have hurt himself in the process of blocking that cross.
Well, he's going to get some attention from off the bench, but let's see exactly what took place here. Yeah, you're right about hurting himself.
He just had his stuck in the turf there, in effect in the block.
Apparently his knee dragged on the ground, but initially we saw that he was actually holding his ankle there. It's BB Coat down to 10 players for the moment, and they have to defend this corner kick from Garvey Maceo. And they do. Here's a shot from outside the box. It's charged down. And Case on it. Dyer up front. And Case again unable to provide that pass.
I'll give him credit on this occasion. He did look for the pass. Just the execution wasn't right, but that was the right intention from Case.
Nelson went between a couple of Garvey Maceo players as if they weren't quite there. And this is Shamar Robinson. The battle of the 11s there. And Claire Clark is winning it. And then he finds a pass as well. And they go the long ball route. Silvera gives chase. And it's put into touch by Nicoy Witter.
I think it's wrong with that. Witter just putting it out. At times when you have to just play it out and have your team reset. He's in a 1v1 situation. Didn't have numbers up.
Silvera seems to be going on a Saturday afternoon stroll. Silvera decides to play it back to Williams, who does well and then could not quite keep his footing after losing the balance initially.
I think he was hoping that he would have had a touch there to claim something, but all his own doing there. Poor second touch there. Always falling over.
Witter did enough in terms of being a distraction there. Did extend his foot
without creating an infringement.
I felt that Witter was probably quite lucky there. A lot of players would have tried and milked that one. The outstretched leg. Nowhere near the ball.
Nothing near to milk there. Far away from the other.
They give it up again, BB Cook. A chance at Garvey Maceo. And he's trying to go all the way, which probably wasn't the best option on that occasion for Barrington Blake. We don't know him to be much of a dribbler, Barrington Blake.
I know. I guess he gets into the box and he gets a bit excited on that occasion. He's never going to win that. Was up against 3 defenders. But Coach Ricketts for BV Coat not quite pleased with the fact that they have turned over the ball a few times in their defensive third.
Williams. Nice ball to Cousins. Needed a little bit more guile there to get that ball inside the area. Just banged it into the defender. Wins the throw for his team though. Cousins. So it's a corner kick to Garvey Maceo. With just about 24 minutes gone in this Ben Francis Cup final. Lively place. We haven't really seen any explosions so far in this contest. Of course, there's a lot of time to be had as Blake sets this corner kick. It's a second of the game. Muirhead is also going to be difficult for him to generate power on that one. He was on the edge of the box first of all, and then he was almost backtracking to try and get there in the first place. So it was always going to be difficult.
Yeah, difficult. Also, coupled with the fact that the ball was an outswinger more so, was going the other way. For him to generate so much from that distance and redirecting, it's always going to be difficult.
Ford. Quietly does well. Dyer. Case. Nelson was screaming for it. He finally gets it from Case. Now Nelson to switch back the play over to the far side. Whiteley. Robinson there. Almost left the ball. And cannot get the better of Kyle Shimiu.
It's always going to be difficult there for Whiteley once he decided to go towards the corner flag.
We're going to have a water break now. Time for both teams to just gather their thoughts. We'll hear exactly what the coaches will be saying to the players, just to get an idea as to their thought process right now.
Yeah, most certainly they'll use it more than just water break, a chance to get a word into their players.
Yes, coach. Oh? Yes, come on. But go in, man. We have for the second start. Go.
What do you make of those words?
Well, he's certainly seen the fact that BB Cook is pushing high their defensive line. So he wants the ball to play into that area just behind the defenders so that the strikers can run into those areas, the likes of Cousins and others.
But they've tried that a couple of times and it hasn't really worked, hasn't it?
Well,
because of the accuracy.
Yeah, because of that, and also the fact that at one case Cousins had drifted on offside. But
Right.
yeah, he wants more accuracy. The intention has been there from his team. He just wants them to execute better.
Well, let's see what happens with the execution on this occasion. We've seen that BB Co, they have been disciplined so far in holding that line. It did catch Gregory Cousins in an outside trap that line. Let's see if they're disciplined enough to maintain it. Was there a handball there from Case? Referee said play on. Case trying to win a header. And that was always going to be difficult. Nelson gets there. Shows a bit of skill, but nothing much after. You know I'm not a fan, right? Long ball played, looking for Clear Clark. And Clark trying to get by a couple of players and proved to be unsuccessful.
It was a good searching ball from Muirhead, and yes, Clark just didn't get that under his spell, but it was better from Garvey Maceo.
Trying route one again. Keeper very much aware.
I think a lot of time that which was asked of them by their coach, Amaran Gordon, they're going to have to choose the right time to try and execute it, because it's always going to be better just after BB Coke would have been dispossessed going forward, and the defense line, as we see them here now, pushing all the way all up to the center circle. And if they were to lose possession, you have to play that ball quickly.
Very good turn there from Marvin Williams. Now Clark. He was attempting a shot, I think. And Silvera couldn't keep it in play.
Yeah, that was more a shot than a pass.
It was really wayward. Here they are again, coming forward in numbers. BB Cook just doing enough to keep it out of harm's way.
Early in the build-up, their cousin got a good ball. Just his first touch let him down.
Muirhead thinking of the shot, it's wide of the mark. Muirhead, a captain with a couple of goals to his name so far this season. He has 8 assists as well. The Garvey Maceo skipper. That one was just drifting wide.
Yeah, he did get a hold of it, just the direction not there. The trouble Foster in goal.
Players down for BB Cook. The yellow card comes out and is shown to Tavon Richards, who went in too aggressively according to referee Mason.
On initial play, I felt he got all the ball, but yeah, the referee would have seen something, maybe went a bit over the top. He might just have done so.
Here's the delivery inside the hero. The header! Oh, what a header! And what a goal! And what a time for BB Coke! And it's Jason Dyer who gets it. His 20th this season. Brilliantly timed header. And that was enough on the edge of a ball from Ford. And they drive into the lead.
And he's a tall man, Dyer, and he still rose highest of everyone. Still using all the height of his body and directed it away from a goalkeeper on that occasion into the top corner. It's always going to be difficult there for the goalkeeper to reach that one. And good execution of the free kick there. I feel that one is straight off the training ground. I felt the game needed a goal. Certainly gotten one there.
And what a good goal it was as well from Jason Dyer.
It was a good ball into the box too, towards the back post. always those where the defenders having to turn and run towards goal.
Trying to get his 20th this season. He will be elated with that effort. And BB Cook in their first schoolboy football final, they lead. Can they hold on? Muirhead. Garvey Maceo seeking a quick response as Clark was never going to get there. Witter was in the way and managed to clear it with the header. Nelson with the first touch wasn't the best. And Garvey Maceo will get it back. Thomas. Case being making a nuisance of himself, but not enough. The back line of BB Cook is pretty stubborn at the moment, not letting anything through. And Merron Gordon is thinking.
It's good shifting from the defender there. Just slammed the door shut. There was a little window of opportunity there for Garvey Maceo. And just as he just slid the ball through the gap.
Handball there. Inadvertently from Cleo Clark. Free kick to BB Cook. One thing you don't do this season is write off Garvey Maceo. Not when they're trading.
No, as I said earlier, they do play to that final whistle. I expect them to continue to push for the equalizer.
If you want to see a proper football game, see Garvey Maceo trail.
They do turn it on for sure. And they do have enough time. I'm sure they would love to get one back before the halftime interval.
Let's see if BB Cook can get a second. Not with that play. Too far in front of Shamar Robinson on that occasion. 5 goals, 4 assists to the number 11 for BB Cook. Raheem Brown finding Daniel Whiteley. And now Shamar Robinson goes on one of his runs. Robinson trying to get that one inside the area. Maceo doing enough. Let's see how they transition. Muirhead. Delightful ball. This could be 1-1. The keeper did enough though. He did enough, did Shavar Foster. It was a vital interception inside the box. And BB Cook, for now, they hold on.
A great anticipation from Foster coming off his line, and then the execution to just pluck that one off the boot. It's almost like pulling the striker's lace there. The run.
Brilliantly timed. Well, he came out to stop it initially and then went airborne.
Had to be perfect there, Foster, because he ran the risk of bringing down Clark.
Almost looked like a bat taking flight as he tried to get on top of the ball on that occasion, Shavar Foster.
It's beautiful goalkeeping there. Very, very good.
Here's a shot from distance and he holds on to it. Foster in the thick of things. Was that Blake with the effort there from distance? We know that he can shoot from far. And yes, it was indeed Barrington Blake, Garvey Maceo's number 8.
Almost embarrassed Foster after doing so well on the previous take, but this occasion.
Oh, you saw the swerve on that one?
Yeah. But in the end, came a regulation catch for him.
Muirhead. They put it into touch, throw in.
They have not given Muirhead the time and space to operate for the most part in this opening 38 minutes of the game. But he is working hard, and really it's difficult when you have a player like him who will not just stay put. Always difficult to mark a player who's always on the move, always searching for space. The great Xavi Iniesta always says it's always difficult to find space with 22 players on the park. You always have to be constantly looking for it, and Muirhead is doing that today.
I thought it was a throw. So here's the corner kick. They just managed to hack it out of the area. Almost sure that a throw was given. Flag goes up for offside. And it's going to be a free kick to BB Cook.
There's about 3 of the Garvey Maceo players there caught in an offside position. Didn't come out early enough. It was right decision for the ball to be played over, because I think that is the point they will get joy with, playing into the space in behind when BB Cook plays the ball out and is going forward.
Akil Benjamin has already been beaten once this afternoon. Nephew with the throw. And if you're trying to win it back, Case delivers inside the area, headed away. Silvera really deep, collects. Here is Barrington Blake. Williams back to Blake. Blake going long, looking for Clear Clark, and again BB Cook defender in the way.
I think that pass to Clark wasn't on. He had the attention of 2 of the BB Cook defenders, close proximity as well.
I said before that probably BB Cook, because that they were in their first schoolboy football final, wouldn't show a lot of nerves. They probably would play free-spirited.
And pretty early in the game, we saw the first move they made. It definitely was a sign of any nerves.
But the point I'm making is that now that they're in the lead,
How will they cope with? How will they manage it?
exactly. That's the question. As Muirhead tries to get by a couple of defenders and manages to wiggle away from them. Thomas has it. Nice give and go there. Thomas. Lovely ball inside. Needed a bit of first touch though. Thomas dinks it inside the box. It's a header. And a couple of players go down. There was a collision there. Williams there holding his head because he believed that that was a good opportunity.
I think himself and Cousins got in each other's way. Williams didn't sort that one out. But what they have to do also, Garvey Maceo, despite the fact that Maran Gordon had asked them to try and play into the space behind, let's listening to hear what he says here. Because he's asked them to play into the space in behind, there is a problem sometimes when you give those instructions that every opportunity they get, they look to do that, even when there are other options on the card. So it's going to have to remind them that it is when the opportunity presents itself that they should do so. Because they do have a good technical ability to pass it around.
BB Cook with it now, and Robinson looking for options, and Garvey Maceo again will rob them of the ball. It's a swirling breeze here at the Montego Bay Sports Complex. Just trying to decipher the direction I was going. At times it's behind Garvey Maceo, and at other times they're kicking straight into a stiff wind.
I think on a few occasions when we said it wasn't when Garvey Maceo came forward, looked to shoot, and it ended up being a pass. I think that has been as a result of the wind you're speaking of there, Donald.
Here they are again driving forward. The pass was a soft one, wasn't it?
Didn't have the pace, but give credit again to the defenders from BB Coke. They really shifted across, and as I said, a few occasions we've seen where the gap seemed to open up, but they shift quite well and they anticipate quite well. Also, haven't seen them doing a lot of tackling in that area, and you rate a defender highly when he doesn't tackle a lot, and when they read the game and do a lot of interception. Muirhead momentarily there going down.
Well, he's going to get some attention from the bench, although he's saying that he doesn't want it. He's fine. He's going to continue, especially with Garvey Maceo in the attacking third right now. He says that if he's seeing shadows, it's enough. Thomas sends this one over the top. We're hearing that it's 2 minutes of stoppage time to be played at the end of the 45. There was a water break in there as well, so not a lot of stoppages I can remember.
Not a whole lot, and BB Coke will be quite happy if they can go into the half-time with this lead. I think the question you asked earlier, Donald, that's when we will see what their intentions are in the second half, how they will deal with being in front with 45 minutes to play.
Second touch wasn't the best. Here's Garvey Maceo. Shimiu. Blake. Williams. Punted long for Dyer. Does well to keep it up. And wasn't quite looking for the give and go on that occasion.
No, I feel he passed to Chase for him to shoot. The problem for Garvey Maceo here is that they passed out, but they pass out a bit too slow, and as such, it gives time to BB Coke to reorganize and restructure their shape and get back into their shape, as we see a player down for BB Coke. So we may have time added on in added time.
So if you should have spaced the other, so you want to close the gap a little bit. You have to zone game against him, but don't stay so far. When you pick up the football, it's easy to go across. You don't want that. Good? All right, but let's go. Let's go. Hey.
Okay.
Not a lot of time remaining in the first half. This may just be the last attack, so to speak. And Shavar Foster, who has seen a lot of the ball so far this afternoon, collects for BB Cook.
Yeah.
And that should be that. And it is that for the first half. One goal in it. And it was a good goal from BB Cook's number 9. Got his 20th this season. Did Jason Daw. It was a good header, as he was at the end of a very good cross from Shamar Ford, who gets his 9th assist this season. And Akil Benjamin was beaten. Muirhead has done well so far. but he has been tightly marked in this game. And BB Cook continuing their game plan, and they hope to continue that game plan in the second half as they aim to win the Ben Francis Cup. Merrin Gordon will talk it over with his guys from Garvey Maceo, who trail at the interval. After 45 minutes, it's BB Cook 1, Garvey Maceo 0. So, just moments away from the start of the second half. And just waiting on the nets to be checked. And it seems that everything is in place for the second half to begin here at the Montego Bay Sports Complex. Dyer trying to go in behind here. And the whistle goes. What's happening here? Oh, it's going to be an indirect free kick here for BB Cook.
And that occurred because there was a back pass. And with a back pass, not allowed to pick it up. So he blocked it from going towards goal with his hand, the goalkeeper. So Tavan Richards there, guilty of making that back pass. In all fairness, was going to be difficult. There was apparently a lack of communication there, Donald, because the goalkeeper, he was rushing out. The pass was made back to him. And always a recipe for trouble there.
Well, this is a big chance for BB Cook. And it's placed inside by BB Cook, who gets their second of the game. And it seems as if it's Christopher Nelson who got that touch. Garvey Maceo, they weren't expecting that at all. And would you believe that in their first final, they have a 2-goal lead, but BB Cook high.
Beautifully disguised. Well, they got the indirect part right in terms of touch on it, then the pass into the path of Nelson running on. It wasn't. So at that occasion, it was a beautifully disguised free kick. We often say that we don't see that, and I think they were anticipating a direct shot there after the touch was made. The Wall looking to brace themselves for a shot and into that gap, and Nelson was running into the space, not always standing in there, just run onto that one and redirect it. Not even with a lot of power, just good placement there from Nelson.
Smart, really smart work from BB Cook high.
And in all fairness, you know, Garvey Maceo, they were the architect of that goal pretty much before the well-disguised free kick. That back pass was always asking for trouble.
It almost looked like a true ball to Dyer, that's how good it was.
The goalkeeper, Benjamin, had to make the save.
Shamir in the way. Now, how will Garvey Maceo respond? Silvera.
I think not much will change in terms of Garvey Maceo will do, most definitely.
Shimiu. And the Cousins. It was always going to be difficult for him to take a second touch, which would have been the shot and not be challenged, as was the case with his attempt.
Yeah, and as I was saying, you know, Garvey Maceo, they would have come out in the second half knowing that they would have to go out for goal. They would have to go and try and get the goal early in this half. Went to BB Cook, so I suspect pretty much the same for them. They have to just go for it. Maybe just a little bit more so now.
Yep.
Very often.
Urgency needed now.
Yes, and very often we also hear in the side of BB Cook, 2-0 is always a dangerous need.
Well, they could go 3. Lovely ball played into the path here. The keeper of his line, and he does well to deny Jason Dar, Akil Benjamin doing just enough, or it would have been 3-0 and possibly curtains.
Again, it was Garvey Maceo their own doing here and giving the ball up, and Dyer was quick to respond to that soft pass. And you felt he would have, you've seen the net bulge there with Dyer having scored 20 goals already this season. But give Benjamin credit.
BB Cook, they give it up, but they mop it up. And Dyer has it. Oh, nice move. Pass wasn't the best, but it will be kept in play by Shamar Robinson. And Case goes high, and Benjamin collects.
I think Robinson missed a trick there. Just played it into the box, didn't look up, but he had Dyer and also Case. Case was closest to him where he could have played the ball back to him. There was no BB Cook player in the 18-yard box.
Silvera trying to go into a next gear here. Shimio with the throw to Silvera. Muirhead. Almost. And there's been quite a few almost moments for Garvey Maceo, especially with that final pass.
Yeah, they had a lot of it in the first half, and you felt the second half they would have corrected it, and now with being two goals down, they will need to execute much better than they have done so far in this encounter.
Shamar Robinson on it. Will have another chance. And cleared away. Not too far away though. Clear Clark does well. And then commits the foul. Claire Clark.
You have to give BB Cook a lot of credit as we see the infringement here. Not much in it, I guess, because he went over the top.
Yeah.
But you give them credit because they're 2-0 up. They're in their first finals. They're not holding back. They're not looking to shut up shop here.
Tyrese Henry's going to be making his way for Garvey Maceo. Well, they had to make a change, right? And it's an attacking one. The right back is coming off for Shimiu. So it appears that they are going to be playing with three at the back. Let's see if that's exactly how it'll turn out.
When you're in a final, you have nothing to lose here to go for it. You're down 2 already, and it's no difference to lose 3 or 4 as opposed to 2-0. It's a final.
Too much on that one. Shimiu, of course, just 16 years old, the right back for Garvey Maceo, so we expect to see him next year for his team.
It would have been a good experience for him to play in a final. As I said, when you get to these games, it's much different from your regular games in the season.
Thomas. Whistle on the play. Free kick to Garvey Maceo.
Yeah, there was a high boot in there.
Bench of BB Cook High. Excited, nervous.
Happy bunch.
Yep. looking on as you see their team defend this free kick, or try to. Three-man wall setup. Blake is behind this one.
And you feel Garvey Maceo will be very good at this stage to get something from this, to get a goal from this. You feel they need to get a goal at this stage of the encounter.
Shavar Foster making sure that the wall is accurate. Oh, that's a good delivery inside, and it's put across the line. And it is Marvin Williams who just did enough to get his fourth goal this season for Garvey Maceo. And they are back in it. They are back in it, Garvey Maceo.
Well, I said they needed to get a goal from this one, and that they did. He felt that the game was getting away from them. He felt he had almost, I felt at the initial stage that he missed the opportunity, could have just swung the right foot, but then got a second opportunity, and Marvin Williams made it count the second time round. Just felt with the first touch he should have just swung the right boot, but he knew better than I did. He's the one out there.
Well, he was lucky to get a second attempt after that first touch, I can tell you that. But he did enough, and he fought back after that first touch. Didn't go quite as planned, and placed it between the legs of the advancing Shavar Foster.
Well, it is game on now, Donald, and you forget you mentioning it, that Garvey Maceo is still dangerous customer when they're trailing.
Play being called back for the infringement. Of course, Williams scored in the semi-final as well. So on the score sheet in back-to-back games, as this one is driven forward and it's headed down, and Shavar Foster is very aware on this occasion, and he collects.
Marvin Williams showing that he's a man for the big occasions. At any level to score in a final and a semi-final is showing good quality as a player.
Came all the way from Meadowbrook High in Kingston. Marvin Williams to join up with his Garvey Maceo team.
Showing good value for the investment.
Here's BB Cook in the attacking third. And they will be looking for a third in this one. Nice ball over the top. It's with Cousins. Cousins trying to pull it across. Although no Garvey Maceo player was advancing inside the area. Good turn that.
And what we've seen, Donald, since the change from Garvey Maceo, which was an attacking one, and going through at the back, we've seen them committing a lot more players in the final third and giving trouble to BB Coke.
Oh, what a move that is from Jason Dyer! And he would have wanted something better at the end.
Sometimes, Donald, you say you're not a fan of the spectacular, but this was in a very dangerous position, and he was looking to go forward, not the type where you see players turning on the stars and not being decisive in what they want. Dyer here looking to drive forward. Just a good recovery there from the defender. A good tracking back. And they're just about to pull the trigger.
No, I am a fan of the spectacular, Dwight Jeremiah. I just disagree with what people call spectacular.
You mean what happens after?
No, I believe that should be part of the spectacular. The pass, the shot, the accurate shot.
But sometimes you don't like what you see coming after.
Oh no, most times no. Here's another ball over the top at Cousins being manhandled on that occasion. He's also 16, so he has a lot to work on, Gregory Cousins. Of course, he would need some more upper body strength as well if you're going to be a striker.
I guess he'll have time. He'll be around. Being 16 years old, good product to build on for Aaron Gordon. But the next goal in this one is going to be crucial.
Blake sends it long. Back there was Dermaine Pusey heading it away. Clarendon College fans are out in their numbers so far, including the JFF president. Of course, the parish of Clarendon is represented in this final. Garvey Maceo, who presently trail. And Blake thinking of a shot.
I just felt he took a little bit too long there, Blake, to make the pass.
Thomas trying to switch the play over to the left. Nice work, Clark, though. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he was looking for the pass out wide. Yeah, there's a foul there on Christopher Nelson. Just to mention that the JFF president used to attend Glenmuir High at not Clarendon College, but he was president of the Clarendon FA for quite a number of years, actually. So yes, I'm assuming he will be supporting the Clarendon teams.
Most definitely, I don't think he's here in the capacity. May not be. Sometimes I saw him, but not here in the capacity more
He was right in the middle of the Clarendon College supporters.
Yes.
What's he doing there then?
Not as JFF president, you think, today.
I'm
more
just
so a
saying.
supporter for Clarendon teams.
I'm just saying. I guess he's most comfortable there. What a turn inside the area. Here, chance for BB Cook to bury this one. He's forced wide, and then he lost it. Did Raheem Brown. Nice first touch from Gregory Cousins. And then there was too much on that ball ahead of Silvera.
It was good end-to-end action there, but you felt BB Cook, they had the better opportunity just now, and you felt both Brown and Case, they had the opportunity to make this one go 3-1 in their favour. And just missed the trick there, just missed the opportunity.
He's going to get some attention now. Came on a case. But yeah, BB Cook, they're getting their chances, aren't they? As we take a look at the goals so far in this one, Dyer with the header, pinpoint accuracy.
That's beautiful header. Lovely header there. Was under pressure all the time, but still managed to get it off. And the placement, perfect.
Jason Guy with his 20th goal this season, and then this was stabbed in by Christopher Nelson, his second goal this season. Indirect free kick inside the box.
It's a beautiful disguised free kick after getting the second touch on it to ensure it's an indirect one, but passing it into the space.
And then ball played inside and put away by Marvin Williams after a poor first touch, but did enough with his second between the legs of Shavar Foster. So 3 goals in this one. BB Cook with 2 of them, leading Garvey Maceo in this Ben Francis Cup final. And there's the JFF president in the middle of your shots.
Sitting next to the president of the St. James Football Association. I think they're
National coach Theodore Whitmore in the stands looking on at the action will be pleased with the fact that one of his reggae boys on the score sheet with a double, Leon Bailey, over in the German Bundesliga. Bayer Leverkusen getting the better of Bayern Munich, and Bailey getting both of the goals for Bayer Leverkusen. So back to full fitness. So he certainly has a lot to smile about, Theodore Whitmore. Not to mention that he's here at the Montego Bay Sports Complex seeing a couple of football finals. After this match, the Costa Cup final, Clarendon College against Dintill High. As this one is delivered inside the box, and the keeper collects that one well. Shavar Foster.
Not just too close to the goalkeeper, always curling towards him.
Long ball played, and Jason Dyer takes it. And had the confidence to do so as he tried to get goal number 21 this season. Not a lot of power on it though, and Akil Benjamin was grateful.
I was about to say that down all the air once with 20 goals, certainly confident.
That was dragged wide there. I believe it was Cousins with that effort. Haven't really seen a lot of Tyrese Henry since he's been on the park for Garvey Maceo.
No, not a lot, but the change in shape did help, and it brought them the goal to cut the deficit in half.
Whiteley. Throw-in goes the other way. Robinson. Case with a follow through and committing the infringement.
Just has not got his dribble right today, Case, at a few occasions, and probably his decision making on a few occasions as well gotten him into trouble. The pass was on, but he opted to dribble. His dribble has not been as successful as he would have liked today.
Whiteley switching the play to Robinson. Oh, Robinson does well. Robin still going, and then he was robbed. He really was robbed by his teammate, who decided to go for glory himself. Well, he went on a really good run, did Shamar Robinson.
It's a beautiful cut inside there, and always looking to set up that shot just at the point when he felt he had it taken off of him by Whiteley.
That was a good challenge from Whiteley, it really was. Out of nowhere.
If they go on to lift the cup, I think Whiteley will get away with that. Anything other than that, I think he'll be hearing a lot from Robinson.
He's wearing the number 10, so sure.
Has all right.
Every right to take the shot. It was right in front of him, right? So was his teammate, but yes. Going to kick to Garvey Maceo. Case. Just managing to keep it in play. And Tyrese Henry doing some defending for Garvey Maceo over on that far side. Both coaches bellowing instructions there to the far side of the field.
Game is really on a knife's edge here. They know the next goal in this one is crucial, so they want to ensure that their team gets it.
Well, a couple of BB Cook players down. Referee stops the play. Raheem Brown, one of them. Seems to be okay now. BB Cook supporters happy with the lead, happy with how their team has performed so far. They just need to hold on for another 20 minutes or so. Well, just got a knock to his head there. Did Raheem Brown.
Nothing untowards from the Garvey Maceo players there. Accidentally, I think when slid under in making the challenge, I had the boot from the Garvey Maceo player just brushing his head on the way down.
Belated call on that occasion. Free kick for BB Cook.
This could be a long 19 or 20 minutes here for BB Cook. Probably the longest for them this season.
Long ball sent in by Ford, and there's another whistle.
I think Dyer has been called for infringement, maybe a handball, as he tried to take that one in.
Yeah, the flag went up for offside.
Still looking to play that ball over the top, Garvey Maceo. Guess they're just hoping to get one right. BB Cook may be looking to freshen things up as this game we're on.
That's Tyrrell Ashman warming up. Game punctuated by the referee's whistle. Thomas trying to find Silvera. Vital challenge came in just now. Da. Get another challenge coming in. Thomas working overtime. Robinson heads to the byline, and again Thomas putting in a challenge. So Wayne Thomas, the left back, now playing on the right hand side of the defense. Of course, the brother of the West Indies fast bowler, Shane Thomas. Wayne also played under 15 for Jamaica. Case, can he keep it in play? No, he can't.
That's one of the problems today for Garvey Maceo. After getting the goal, just not being able to put up any sustained pressure, and we saw a bit of it after they conceded the first goal in the first half, and again in the second half, not sustained.
Robinson. Dyer had to stretch for that one. Couldn't quite get it under his spell. Here's Garvey Maceo now. Garvey Maceo doing enough to keep possession. Not enough on that occasion. Nice first touch. Pass needed to have been much better. Silvera collects, has some space to work with. Came on to Silvera. Couldn't provide that pass because I think he felt his teammate was in an offside position.
Felt he had the opportunity earlier to make the pass.
Here they come again, Garvey Maceo. 3 players inside the box. And trying to take the shot, it was charged down. Tyrese Henry finally getting into the game. There's a delivery inside. Here's Dyer. Jason Dyer inside the box, and he puts that over the top.
And just not trusting himself to run away from the defenders there. Dyer felt he was always going to be caught, so looked to take the shot early. He's covered a lot of ground up front in this 4-5-1 system. He has been a lot of times on his own. And could be the player that BB Coke will look to substitute to freshen up the legs or the pressure up front for them.
Jermaine Muirhead suffering from cramp. Trying to walk it off, the captain of Garvey Maceo. One of his teammates is down as well in the center circle, and he's also getting some attention. Christopher Nelson is off. Dashawn Bartley is on for BB Cook. Surprised by that change?
Nelson, yeah, he got the goal in the game, but I think what BB Coat needs, they just need to freshen up their legs out there, make sure they have players being able to track back, and because they do anticipate an onslaught here in the final stages from Garvey Maceo. So I think it's just a stage where he wants to ensure that he has fresh legs out there in the middle of the park there, Coach Ricketts.
So quite a few changes made. BB Cook on the attack, tried to get that one over the top, Whiteley. Is there a foul there? Kimani Silvera is off for Garvey Maceo, replaced by Rajay Morrison. Da.
As I was saying earlier, Dyer, he would have done a lion's share of the work, the tracking, the pressing up front on his own. But in the fact that he's such a good finisher, a potent striker, you can probably see the reason why Coach Ricketts will keep him on as long as possible. See if he can get that goal to restore their 2-goal cushion.
Garvey Maceo pressing forward, but not forward enough on that occasion. It's come to that, almost. And it's going to be a corner kick. BB Cook with the corner kick with about 10 minutes to go.
It's Dyer there making himself some use and making it difficult for Shawayne Thomas.
Robinson to deliver. Oh, it had to be touched over by Akil Benjamin, who kept his eyes on it.
Had to be alert there, Benjamin. That was looking to drop in the back of the net. Curling in all the time. Yeah, he had to make the save.
Here's Robinson again. And there's nobody there attacking at the back post.
Same type of trajectory on it, but this time a little bit longer to the back post. And the BB Coke players gambled. They have been searching for the perfect ball over the top all the game long. Garvey Maceo haven't been able to execute yet.
Morrison, or rather Roger Morrison.
Just showed too much of the ball on that occasion. Invited the challenge.
Did just enough to put it behind.
Would expect nothing less from this Garvey Maceo team in these final 8 minutes of this encounter.
Blake delivers. Wide of the mark.
They will know though that with a goal, just a goal behind here, just need to nick it. They know they will have time up to the 90th minute. Once they do get that goal, they're in with a chance, even to the penalties.
Lost it out in a critical area. And the shot from Case is high.
In case we know he has a good kick on him, as I said earlier, he had scored a beautiful free kick in the semi-finals. Looking to catch goalkeeper Benjamin out on that occasion.
BB Coat making another change. Daniel Whiteley off, Tyrell Ashman on. Dyer utilizing his speed here, trying to stab that one across. Case on his left, trying to usher it back on his right. Now here's a chance that goes high from Shamar Robinson. They've had quite a few chances to bury this as a contest.
And hopefully they don't live to regret it. You felt on that occasion Robinson had so much time. None of the Garvey Maceo defenders stepped up to him. And that you felt was quite dangerous for them. Garvey Maceo is in the 18-yard box. The defenders are very slow in coming out. On that occasion it was Blake who should have stepped up. Robinson should have done better.
Here's a chance for Muirhead. Pulls it back! And the shot is blocked. No, that was a big chance for Garvey Maceo to get the equalizer. They have the ball again. Blake, we know he can shoot from distance, decides against it. And the pass has got through. And the resulting effort is over the top. Was that Henry with a chance?
It's poor choice for him. Shot should have come across the box, come across goal. He chose to go for goal instead of setting up his two teammates in the middle.
So it's Clear Clark, I think.
That occasion was a good ball from Muirhead. You felt though that shot coming in from Cousins would have lacked the pace to beat Foster.
Long ball inside the area. And couldn't have done a lot with that one, Tyrese Henry. But he does earn his team a corner kick.
He's closed down all the time.
Here's the corner kick, and the keeper is off his line, and it's headed by him. And of course, it's their skipper. Of course, it's that man himself. Garvey Maceo, they have come roaring back in this Ben Francis Cup final.
And we just talk about Robinson of Field missing a chance for BB Cook on this occasion. Muirhead all game long, we said that they tried to mark him, but he just got ahead of his marker there, ahead of the goalkeeper. He wanted it most, and I tell you, it's not easy to find space, but Muirhead, he has made it his duty. He has made it his responsibility to bring his team back into this one, and he found a yard of space on that occasion, enough to get his team back into this one.
BB Cook 2, Garvey Maceo 2 in this Ben Francis Cup final.
Now we talk about the fact that they will play to the final whistle. They will play to the 90th minute, plus whatever time is added on. So it's not beyond them to go on and win it. This Garvey Maceo team, we know they would have played to that last stage of this encounter. And BB Cook making to pay.
Here they come again, Garvey Maceo. Now they think they can win it in the 90. Blake sends it out wide. Ball played inside and the keeper collecting it. And he does collect it ahead of Roger Morrison. BB Cook, they had so many opportunities to kill this off as a contest. So many other opportunities, but they didn't take it. Didn't take any of them. And now it's time for Garvey Maceo to try and take theirs. It's a penalty at a critical time. Referee Mason thought about it and then he eventually pointed it to the spot.
We spoke about the fact that Garvey Maceo got the second goal and would have given themselves a chance to at least take it to penalties. We might just have gone to it before that penalty shootout. Let's have a look here to see if the call is a correct one. Very rash challenge there.
Inside the box, what were you thinking? All he needed was just to get a toe poke on it. What were you thinking? Dermain Pusey. Barrington Blake to spot this one. In the 90th minute, can he win the Ben Francis Cup for Garvey Maceo?
And he won't get a better chance than this one.
Blake from 12 yards. In this Ben Francis Cup final, oh, it's over the top! A huge sense of loss on the face of Barrington Blake.
It was always falling away, always leaning away. Didn't have his balance right on his standing leg. Also moving. At the same time, he's looking to kick. It was a recipe for failure. And I know he would have practiced a lot of it in the training sessions, but when it comes on to game time, when it comes on to the finals, these are the big games. Pressure high, a chance to win the game for your team. Just too much pressure to bear there for Blake.
Wow. Both teams having their chances to win it in the 90.
There's still 3 minutes of time added on to play. A chance to score from the penalty spot to prevent it from going to a penalty shootout. And Garvey Maceo, through Blake, couldn't take it.
Jason Brooks is going to come on for BB Coat now. Replacing Tyrell Ashman.
You feel that has to do with penalties when taken. Ashman is a player that was brought on.
Oh, nice move from Robinson. Looks to get the return and does. Robinson pulls it across, and Garvey Maceo defenders doing enough there. McCoy Witter picks it up.
And you have to give Coach Gordon credit. He did make the change his system, went a bit more attacking, having gone 2 goals down. Well, he had to, you feel, but he did it nonetheless, and players in the end executed well. You wonder how Blake must be feeling now.
Ball played inside, and no problems there for Shavar Foster.
Donald, we've had 2 out of 3 finals in the schoolboy season decided on penalty shootout. On the cusp of having the 3rd.
Akil Benjamin is going to be taken out. Craig Bailey replaces him.
We've seen this a couple of times this season with other teams. It comes down to penalties. They do have their specialist takers, but they also have their specialist goalkeepers for penalties.
Well, he has a few seconds to keep a clean sheet first in the 90. Didn't quite reach Dyer. Is this the last chance for BB Cook? Maybe. Long ball for Garvey Maceo again. And that's it for the 90 in this Ben Francis Cup final. We have seen 4 goals, pretty much shared equally. Seemed a long time ago since he was on the score sheet. And since he's got his 20th, Jason Da, and since BB Cook went 2-0 up, courtesy of Christopher Nelson as well, Garvey Maceo came charging back in the second half and even had a chance to win it from 12 yards from the penalty spot. But that effort went over the bar from Barrington Blake. And so another penalty shooter will decide another trophy. This time it's in the Ben Francis Cup after it's now ended 2-2.
And so often you see the situation where a team coming from behind is the team that you feel are in a better mindset going into it, but you'd feel the fact that they missed a penalty, Garvey Maceo, a chance to win it. Day 2 may be having a difficult mindset there.
Four goals in the 90 minutes. As we take a look at the highlights, first goal came in the 33rd minute. That was a good header from Jason Da. His 20th goal this season. Shamor Ford with the delivery, and Da with a very good header, finding the top corner. It was 1-0 to BB Cook, and they were on their way. In the second half, an indirect free kick was given. It was a back pass there, which was handled by Akil Benjamin. And then the resulting effort placed by Christopher Nelson, his second goal this season, coming in the 47th minute of play. And BB Cook were 2-0 up. And they were very much on their way. Garvey Maceo pulled a goal back in the 55th minute, thanks to Marvin Williams, who fought well inside the 6-yard box. Wasn't the best first touch, but did enough with the second to put it over the line between Shavar Foster's legs. And Garvey Maceo, they were within 1. And then in the 87th minute, the header from Muirhead. The captain coming up trumps Jermaine Muirhead in the 87th minute. Foster way off his line, and Muirhead doing enough. And then in the 90th minute, they had a chance to win it. Penalty was awarded for this challenge inside the box. Referee Mason pointed to the spot. That was a wild challenge. And then Blake, Barrington Blake, puts it over the top. Could not believe it, wondering if that was the cup he kicked away. And that was that for action in the 90. BB Cook with 10 shots, 5 on target. Garvey Maceo also with 10 shots, just 3 on target. They committed 5 fouls, 5 less than BB Cook. And they had 4 offsides against their name. Garvey Maceo's BB Cook kept a high line. Garvey Maceo with 5 corners, 3 more than BB Cook, 2 saves apiece. And Garvey Maceo with the majority of the possession as well, 53%. So 2-2 in the Ben Francis Cup final. And so we go to penalties. The lottery of the penalty kicks. Referee having a word with both goalkeepers.
We know what he's telling him, that 1 foot has to be on the line before the ball is kicked.
And Garvey Maceo will go first. And Jermaine Muirhead, who brought them to this point with the equalizer, steps up first as a skipper. It's a long walk away from the huddle as he places the ball on the spot.
I often say too, it's a longer walk when if you were to miss. But Muirhead seems an accomplished player. Good pass off the football, good range of passes.
The kick scored.
Well, we've seen it on a number of occasions. The goalkeeper just making sure he doesn't step off the line, going behind the line, and we've seen it allowed. And all the occasions that we've seen it, no problem for the goalkeeper being behind the line. But Muirhead there executed quite well, sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. And normally they go behind the line and then just before the kick walk up to the line, stand on and then move off. So the rule stating both feet to be on the line. Yes, that's the rule, but goalkeepers just making sure they can make that step.
BB Cook looking to equalize in the shootout, and they do. Well placed by Shamor Ford. 1-1.
Talk about nerves there, Ford. They're not showing any signs of it. Good execution there. And goalkeeper Bailey brought on to deal with penalties, had no chance in that one. So the goalkeepers at times will want to have a momentum in terms of being able to spring off to effect a save, stand behind the line and walk up, and just before the kick just make that two-step on it.
Cleo Clark will be taking the next kick for Garvey Maceo. Clark against Foster. He misses. Cleo Clark could not hit the target. And Garvey Maceo misses the second kick.
That was a big miss as well. He just dragged that penalty well wide of the target. Just didn't show the confidence there. And Gordon not amused by it. He knows that that could be the Ben Francis Cup gone from Garvey Maceo.
Raheem Brown sent BB Cook ahead. Well placed. Advantage BB Cook high. 2-1.
Good penalty from Raheem Brown. Had placement, also had power. Goalkeeper Bailey gets in the right way, but with that power behind it was never ever going to get to it. By the time he got across, it was nestled in the back of the net.
But James Morrison steps up now for Garvey Maceo. Saved! Shavar Foster with a strong hand. Garvey Maceo denied again.
It's a good save from Foster again, starting behind the line and just stepping up, getting the momentum and springing to his right to effect a save. And you did see him in a regular time. He did say he was moving Donald like a bat in the air, while on that occasion to good effect.
BB Cook to go ahead, further ahead. Case making the case for BB Cook in this Ben Francis Cup final. Perfect still.
Well, they're the newcomers, but not showing any nerves at all to this big occasion, this stage. And Case, again, good penalty, always going away from goalkeeper Bailey. Guessing the right way, but placement was to perfection.
It's a fourth kick now for Garvey Maceo, and they already must score. If they don't score here, BB Cook High are your Ben Francis Cup winners 2019. And making that trek up is Tavan Richards.
And the penalty shootout, if it was already a pressure situation, this kick is with even greater pressure.
Richards, he has to score to keep Garvey Maceo in it. Tavan Richards scores. He's kept them in it.
Just kept them in it. But their fate now, Garvey Maceo, not in their own hands. And if this is the first of two possible match point for...
Match point number one.
Yes. 2 match points for BB Cook.
You're right. 2 match points for BB Cook. And the first one is coming up. Match point number 1. Shamar Robinson had an outstanding game for BB Cook. Always applied the pressure. And now he's hoping to shake off the pressure to win a title. And he does! Remember this moment for the rest of your lives. Winning a Schoolboy Football trophy in the island of Jamaica. BB Cook High, you have done it. And you will never forget it. The Ben Francis Cup winners 2019.
That was, and it just, you can just know what it means for a man like Coach Ricketts. 13 years he's been at BB Cook, 4 years as a coach there. He was once told he was too young to be the head coach, and he has brought them to this moment in their history, lifting their first schoolboy football title and being congratulated there by Maron Gordon. Being gracious in defeat, Coach Gordon. For Ricketts, he will feel like he would have proven his point that youthfulness is not a deterrent.
Losing on penalties. Were the second place finishers in the Ben Francis Cup for 2019.
Their runners-up medal from Miss Kimberly Campbell, marketing executive.
How they must have been feeling having come from 2-0 down. In with a shot at glory and the chance to win it, and then letting it go. Garvey Maceo, Ben Francis Cup runners-up for 2019. disappointing faces collecting their runner-up medals. Garvey Maceo. The Clarendon College supporters no doubt getting ready for the DaCosta Cup final. A couple of Dintle supporters in the mix as well. And what a final that is expected to be. As Garvey Maceo, champions of this cup in 2007, the year they also won the DaCosta Cup, leaving the 2019 stage as the second place finishers. In this, a second year of a revamped format.
Garvey Maceo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Ben Francis Cup
Charlemont
champions
creating school
for
history a year
2019
ago,
from Junction in St.
and 1 year
Elizabeth.
later, BB Coke doing the same.
BB Coke.
Like it was a year ago, a team in red and white
Presentations being made
standing
by
atop of the Ben Francis Cup
Mrs.
podium.
Keisha Ferguson Brown, marketing coordinator for Fresh.